Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
All right, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to another JK Deal Reveal every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. We come to you with something you brought to us. Every week, you submit a deal to us, and we reveal to see if it is a deal or no deal. So let's get started. I want to remind you we are now on YouTube. All the oldie goldies, all the deal reveals for the last 2 years are slowly being uploaded at a tempo of twice per week. So we got new content rolling out twice per week for you on our YouTube, JK's Real Estate Partners. And our Key to Castle and Mid-Year Revelation programs are coming to an end already. So if you don't know what that is, well, ask and you shall receive. Trina, one of our success strategists, is probably floating around the room or is available for you at success at nowfortomorrow.club. If you have any questions about anything JK, we are there to help you. So this is our deal reveal for today. We're getting excited because we are going to take a look at a property today in Tampa, Florida. We haven't been there very often. Let's see what we can buy for $59,900. And your job is to say, at any point in this process, you can say this is a deal or this is not a deal for you. And let's see what we have here. So start our timers, off we go. Step number one, we are going to put in that address in our search engine, and we're going to go to one of those big fish websites, either Zillow.com or Trulia, Redfin, for a couple of things. We're going to see what type of property this is, and we're going to try to estimate its value. And also, if there's some pictures, we'll get a sense of the condition. We're getting an idea, and we get a real quick idea real fast here. So I went to Zillow first, and there's not much information, not many pictures, not much available. But if we just take a look at the picture here, I don't know about you, but I don't see a property. All right, so this looks like a piece of land. From what I'm gathering right now, this looks like to be a piece of land. That looks like to be the neighbor. There's a fence happening right there. So is it possible that we got a piece of land for $60,000 submitted by Isabel? Absolutely. So maybe she's trying to stump me up here. So let's take a look. That was on Zillow. Let's just go on a couple other websites just to see if this is corroborating information. We got the right address. We're in Tampa. Nothing's happening really here. We got other pieces of land selling, it seems, for like $20,000-ish. There's no information. So here's a good indication. The price history from public records here, we see that it was sold in 2005 for $10,000. So very likely this is a piece of land. And then it was listed for sale for $20,000. The price went down, and finally sold again for $9,000. Oh, listed for sale, went down, and actually never got sold again. And then poof, something happened, and it went up for sale for $125,000, but still no luck. Price is reduced, and this is 20 days ago. Interesting how the listing was removed from the MLS 20 days ago at $105,000, and now is back in front of us off market for $60,000. So how interesting is that? So this is indicating that it is a piece of property, just a piece of land, vacant land. And so you might have enough here, right? Look at the tax assessments. It's assessed for $20,000. Taxes are $250 a year. So I'm pretty confident now that we're getting in a this is just a piece of land. So now, is this enough for you to say no deal, right? Do you have experience in land development, right? If you don't, What blueprint are you following? Because this is not something that we cover in the blueprint, the JK's 3-day real estate investing blueprint. We cover buying existing properties and turning them or creating diamonds with them. So if you're going to do something you've never done before, I highly recommend you find people that are going to back you up, who've done that many times, and who can model their success strategies and their success practices. Full transparency here, Janie and I have only done one new construction, and we're doing it as we speak, and it's in Canada. Okay, so we are by no means experts in this, but well, give us time. We're still young. We're going to get there. So generalities here. Let's say you did want to consider this piece of property as an investment, and you wanted to build something on this piece of land here. Well, you have to buy the land for about 60,000. Maybe you negotiate to 40 or 50. Fine. And then we have to actually build a property. Right now, new construction costs are about $200 a square foot, and that's the like average-ish. Nothing crazy, not the cheapest, but by far not the most luxurious. And it does change from market to market. I'm quoting that number based on markets that I'm more familiar, Ohio and where we are here in Canada. But this is Tampa. I'm not 100% sure of the cost per square foot in Tampa, Florida. But 200, just to plug some round numbers in there, it's kind of where you can expect to be. In Tampa, it might be on the low side. So let's say you buy you want to build $100,000 a 1,000 square foot property at $200 per square foot. That's $200,000 in construction cost. So you pay about $150. You build it for $200. You're in for it for $250, and then, well, what are you going to do with it? In it for $250,000, it's unlikely that long-term rentals will be as interesting a cash flow as you'd like. But we can take a look, right? We can definitely go to Rental Meter, and even if we don't have a property there currently, we can say if you were to build a small 3, 1.5 in this area, seems to be a very strong rental area. It's Tampa after all, right? So a new build, I would hope for you to be definitely on the higher of the average and median, but it's pretty tight here, 18 or 1900 up to 2000, depending on what type of finishes and what you're doing in there. So we're close to the 2000-ish per month, right? So just some quick numbers for you. I put out our calculator. Let's say round numbers. This is very, very gross up front here, but 12 months a year, we have our 50% rule, and we're buying this for 250. We're under a 5 cap, and this is a project you are building. There is a lot of, there's the project to manage. There's permits and licenses and timelines, city regulation, all these incredible things to do to get to the point of you don't just buy something and it turns on a week later or a month later by putting some tenants in there. So I think you better have a real good reason to want a property here, a very specific investment strategy, because for me, a 5 cap is by far really not exciting to do such a big project. We could also look, maybe this is an incredible, maybe you have some inside knowledge, and this is an incredible short-term rental area. Maybe that's the case. And so we can go to AirDNA into our rentalizer, and we can put in the address. These are for 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 4 guests. These are the numbers, 40,000 a year. It's not that far off from our long-term rental numbers, but let's say we do squeeze a 3-bedroom out of there and we can get 8 people in. Not that impressive. Under 50,000, the ADR is decent. Occupancy is pretty much on par with most markets, but at 47,000 a year gross, 50% rule, you slash it in 2, we're at about 23,000 a year. 23 into 250, we're under a 10 cap here. And again, we have such a big project to build a home from scratch. I hope it's more of a key to castle type property that you're looking to do here, something that maybe you have personal motivations, lifestyle goals to get out of this particular property, because as a flat out pure investment, cash flow investment, I'm not so convinced. So that's pretty much what we have for you here on today's deal reveal. So let me know, is this a deal or no deal for you to buy up a piece of land, which didn't seem to be very much at a discount, right? They're asking 60,000, and we saw a quick comp for 20. And then there's a project, a big project, a $200,000 minimum project to invest and to manage to get it to a point of somewhere between a 5 and a 10 cap based on the strategy we use. Okay. Is this a deal or no deal for you? Puria says no deal. Okay, anybody else? Deal or no deal? Is this too obvious? Right? I don't have, right? You might not have the blueprint, right? Now, maybe there is a strategy here to build it up and flip it, because you build up a great team, you manage to, I mean, there's always a way to get into something creatively, but right now the rates for financing on foreign nationals are expensive. You're getting into short-term rehab loans, right? You might be in the 10 to 13% interest rates, and all things considered, it's still a $250,000 project at a minimum. So that adds up month after month. So you have to be in and out fast. I think you should have a very clear plan, in and out, timelines, a team, to do this strategy, which is not something that JK is equipped to provide you, as opposed to everything else that we normally talk about. So what blueprint are you following? All right, so they're not always deals, are they? So it looks like this one, anyways, I am going to pass on it. And if you're interested to submit your deal, you can send it in at info@nowfortomorrow.club, and we will do our deal reveal for you. And as I mentioned before,
Don't wait for tomorrow.
don't wait for tomorrow. If you have any questions about JK or any of the programs that were mentioned here, if you'd like to attend our next blueprint, you can reach out to Trina at success@nowfortomorrow.club. Have a great evening.
Don't wait for tomorrow.